The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus. I'm reading for Minutes published 22.04. 2021 updated 22.04. 2021. The movie was made in 1992. Its plot was based on the story Darkness and Honey by Giovanni Arpino. It is a retooled version of the 1974 Italian movie of the same name. The movie was based on the opposing interests of completely different people who have different views on life, understanding of life, situations and attitude to others. Colonel Slade is very similar in behavior to a child. He wants to commit suicide, because he cannot withstand the onslaught of reality, in which he had to find himself. But, in addition, with age he has developed a great ability to understand what kind of person is in front of him, what he breathes and what his thoughts are. The opposite person, the student Charlie, is like a wise adult man in his actions. He has taken responsibility for an elderly person. He knows how to choose the right words and express his thoughts. This is extremely important when communicating with the elderly. Any wrongly chosen word can upset them and bring them to tears or hysterics. Such opposite characters of the movie mutually complement each other and create harmonious characters of this movie. Charlie has learned from Slade to be calm, reasonable, not to go for the furious momentary impulses. Slade, on the other hand, learned to enjoy life and see the positive aspects of it. In the end, he takes Charlie very close to his heart. His attitude towards him changes. Now it seems to Slade that Charlie has always been his son. If we transfer this situation to real life, then every person in life had someone with whom at first it was impossible to find a common language, no common interests. These two people cannot become friends. This is only at first glance it seems so. If they start communicating, they will completely complement each other. Opposites attract at least because each side has something that the opposite side does not have. This often results in a strong friendship that can last for years. But it also happens that the parties do not find a common language, yet they have to communicate. Lack of interest in a person unlike you can create dislike, hatred, provoke scandals and quarrels. It is not always the case that two people with a different understanding of the world meet and immediately begin to be friends. There is a conflict of interests, values, opinions. Such people are better not to communicate and separate in different directions, otherwise every meeting will end in a quarrel. Do not force yourself by the will of circumstances to communicate with someone who is unpleasant or does not share your values, brazenly stating that they do not have the right to exist. A person is free to choose those people with whom he feels comfortable to communicate, to be friends, to exchange information and experience. Those with whom one is not on one's way will be weeded out over time. The point of the movie is that you should not refuse to make new acquaintances with people who are different from you. All people are different, because that is the law of nature. But you have to put your feelings and your comfort in the forefront, if you want to communicate with this person, because there is some power and wisdom in him, then communicate. But by no means force yourself to communicate with someone who humiliates you and your interests. No one should tell someone what music to listen to, what to think about, or how to look. Each person is free, he chooses for himself what is suitable for him, and what is preferable to give up. In society, it is important to stand up for your interests and ignore those who try to change you. If you feel that the one with whom life has brought you together can change you for the better and give invaluable experience, try to spend a lot of time with this person. He will be able to teach you a lot of things that will definitely come in handy later in life. It is better to learn from other people's mistakes than to make your own and then terribly regret what you have done. Adopting other people's valuable experience, it is very important not to do something stupid, taking as a basis other people's wisdom and options for solving problems. The movie teaches to listen to other people, who can give sound advice and share their experience, but it is also important to listen to your inner self, to think about your state and attitude to the situation. Admin.